WGN News at 9.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ray Cortopassi.
And I'm Dina Bair. Micah Mater is off tonight.
Still developing tonight. The FBI's dramatic search of Donald Trump's Florida estate marked a dramatic escalation in the Justice Department's investigation of the former president. It's also sharpening the political divide among politicians in Washington.
WGN's Dana Rebeck is live in the newsroom with the very latest. Dana?
Well, this unprecedented search has definitely fueled bipartisan division, but is uniting the Republican Party. Some Trump advisors and allies are now even urging him to launch a 2024 presidential campaign. Democrats, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, today emphasizing the FBI director was appointed by Trump and that the actions Monday show that no one in the United States is above the law.
We deserve answers. We deserve the transparency. We need to understand that the process that was taken, that they followed the law to the letter.
Republicans uniting, demanding answers into the FBI search of former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home Monday. The search reportedly centered around whether Trump had taken classified documents from the White House and didn't return them to the National Archives. Tonight, U.S. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell saying, quote, "The country deserves a thorough and immediate explanation of what led to the events of Monday. Attorney General Garland and the Department of Justice should already have provided answers to the American people and must do so immediately."
This didn't come from the little local FBI field office in Palm Beach, Florida. You know who this came from. This came from one place and one building, and that is the White House in Washington, D.C. They want to attack a guy who they view as his greatest threat, is Biden's greatest threat.
Republican Representative Scott Perry of Pennsylvania, a loyal Trump ally, told Fox News FBI agents approached him while traveling with his family today, seizing his cell phone. He has been a target of interest in the January 6th House committee investigating the attack on the Capitol. Republicans accusing the Biden administration of weaponizing the Justice Department and a Democratic-driven effort to keep Trump from running for president in 2024.
The president and the White House learned about this FBI search from public reports. We learned just like the American public did yesterday, and we did not have advance notice.
Trump was seen leaving Trump Tower in New York last night, saying in a statement FBI agents broke into a safe at his Florida home and that he has cooperated with the relevant government agencies, calling the search unannounced and not necessary or appropriate.
I feel certain, not knowing any details directly, that they wouldn't have taken such an historic and monumental step without thoughtful consideration and checking all the boxes.
The bar is high in any search warrant that's done on anybody. Information has to be presented to a magistrate or a federal judge indicating that there's a belief that a crime has been committed and that there's evidence of that crime.
The search comes as the Justice Department has continued its investigation into the January 6th attack, an attempt to overturn the 2020 election, as well as multiple state and federal investigations into Trump's business dealings and his family.
They slandered him. They belittled him. You know, they went after him. They went after all of us. There's no family in American history that has taken more arrows in the back than the Trump family.
We won't know the details of that search warrant until a judge unseals it. Legal experts say Donald Trump himself could voluntarily release this information to shed light on the investigation and its direction, but many feel that is unlikely to happen. Dina.
Thank you, Dana. New details.